Hey guys, I've been playing Elden Ring Nightreign for the last 20-30 hours and I've learned a lot, and I'm here to share with you 10 tips that I think it will help you a lot to get better at this game. So the first one is to know your character, and for that you should come all the way up here and press triangle, and you can see all the characters in the game and their attributes. And as you can see, Guardian has an S in HP, and by example, Executor has an S in Dexterity. And by knowing these things, you know where to put your relics and which weapons that you should choose, and this will be very helpful. Another thing, since we're talking about relics, is to go here because you can buy a few relics, and there's like in this last one here, you can get like like a random relics, and sometimes there's some good ones. And also this ones that you see on the top, they don't show up at the beginning of the game. I'm pretty sure that this happened when I kill my first, Night Lord. You will have to come here and you can buy these things, and you can add another 3 slots of relics. So you have to start with 3, and by buying this, you can get 6. And when you come here to the relic things, now if you push down, you're gonna have 3 on the top and 3 at the bottom. Now, relics. This is very important. Like, don't do like I did at the beginning, which was to put different relics in different characters. Choose exactly which character you're gonna play with. By example, if you're going to play with Executor, you should come here and go to the Executor and choose the absolute best ones you have. You have to put the 6 best for this character. And if you think that this is going to take too long, don't worry, just press X. And when you see a really good one that you love, just press square and it will add to your favorites. So if you see all of these that I'm showing you here, they're like my favorites. There's that sign there, so that you don't have to go look and read every single one of them that you have here. Now, another thing that is also important, when you get here and you see each of these bosses, you will see that there's like a sign there next to the boss, and that is the weakness from each boss. So by example, the Gaping Jaw weakness is poison, and if you throw him poison pots and use your weapon with poison effect, like, is gonna start throwing up, and it's gonna give you a good amount of time for you to hit him, like like 3 hits where he will be just throwing up over and over again. So please try to use a weapon that does poison damage, in this case to Gaping Jaw, and like this one, fire, because it will be very helpful. Another thing that you need to decide before you start your your fight is to know if you want to be a follower or a leader. If you want to be a follower, there's not much to think about, you just need to follow everyone. But if you want to be a leader, I think the best thing you need to do is to show it right away as soon as you begin. So as you can see now, there's this intro, and as soon as you start flying, you will press the map button right away, and you're gonna pin right away something. So as you can see, you can go to the map, do zoom, and just choose something like this. And people that are playing with you, they will know right away, okay, this guy wants to take control, he wants to be the leader. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. Now, the first thing you want to do is to kill just some random enemies that are nearby or something like that, and get to level 2 as fast as possible, because that will make your health grow a lot longer, and it will be very helpful. As soon as you got that, my advice to you is basically seeing this map like, I don't know, like a big circle. I would do, by example, I fell here, so I would do this, and then maybe this, then the caves, man, get the church to get another flask, and then another church, and then this camping. Just do the outside of the map, because that will be the easiest part. And as you can see, there's already 2 churches here, so you will have 5 flasks at this moment, and you will have many bosses along the way. As soon as you have done all of this, the circle will probably start closing, so you want to go closer. Let's just imagine as like 3 circles. So you want to do this around here as I'm pointing, and when all of this is done, you can go to the center and try your luck here, and you will probably finish if you do everything correctly, you'll probably finish around level 7 or 8 on the first night, which is pretty good. Now, something you also kind of should do is go to the mines, because the boss here is very easy. It's normally always a troll, and you can get a +1 weapon and a +2. You get like 2 stones, 2 smithing stones, and you can level up your weapon to +2. And also there will be, one of those keys that open, these things. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the name now, but normally you will find one here. So when you get it, you come here and you should fight the boss around here, because it will give you around 10 to 20,000 runes, and normally it's a boss that is very accessible, and you should 100% do that. Now, another thing that you should do, and normally it's in here in these castles like this, you should go to these castles. You will have normally a very easy boss, and just inside at the top of the castle you will find like this thing that you need to catch, and it will show you scarabs. And as soon as you see the scarabs, if they're close, of course, if they're super far, maybe it's not a good idea, but if they're like close, try to get them, because they will give you really great talismans. They are very useful. Another thing I want to recommend is to not to fight like crazy big bosses where you're just hitting and the health of the boss never moves, because it's just going to be a time waster. Like, you can be doing so many other things instead of just trying to hit the boss 10 billion times until he dies. You're probably going to die, or even if you don't die, the circle will close upon you and you will have to give up the fight. So I don't think it's really worth to go after these bosses like like the giant dragon or the gargoyles. They have a billion health, and it's a complete waste of time. And for my final advice, and this one you're probably gonna think I'm a bit crazy, but I mean, this happened to me a lot of times, and eventually I had one idea. And what it is like I am so obsessed with trying to kill everything that I forget about the circle. And so the circle was closing on me, and I was going on the direction of, of the tree to fight the night boss. And I kept healing over and over again just to get there. And I thought, okay, what is better? Should I lose a level or just get to the center with one healing left? And so I left myself to die. Yes, I did lose a level, that's bad. But it takes you to the center of where you're going to fight the Night Lord, and you get to keep your 6 or 7 flasks. Everything is filled up. So I think it's much better idea to let yourself die if you see that you're gonna, I don't know, like you're like a little bit far from the center and you're not gonna make it unless you use lots of flasks. I would recommend letting yourself die. You're gonna lose a level, yes, that sucks, but you're gonna have 6 flasks, which is much better than having, just 1 level more and only have like 1 healing. That's just my opinion, and it really, I do that. If I see that I get cornered and I'm gonna eventually die or lose or get to the center but with no healings, I let myself die, and then I'm teleported to the center with all my flasks. So yeah, those are my advices to you. I hope that I can help you guys playing this game, because eventually the first boss is like the biggest problem here. There are a few bosses that are quite easy after the first one, and you just have to adapt. And if you follow this advice, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get past that first boss, and things will get easier as you go along. Okay, hope I helped. See you in the next video. Bye bye.